6.
Yep.
Game 5/6.
Yeah, we're heading into match point, ladies and gentlemen. We're spawning up here in the top right-hand corner of Orbital Shipyard. Give it up for the player 1 game away from taking victory, becoming the King of the North. It's Elevate MaSa.
And looking to prevent that and send it to a Game 7. Spawning in the bottom left of Orbital Shipyard, it is the red Protoss player on Fire's Neeb. Holding on valiantly in that last game, but not quite able to do it.
And this is the big question on my mind right now, Steadfast. In a situation where the last macro game you played versus this monster MaSa, you ended up losing in all of the other games that these weird builds come out from MaSa because he's ahead, because he feels like he can throw some strange stuff out at you. You end up losing. And even though he did end up taking those 2 earlier games, he took a game on Arena, a map that it would actually have been devastating morally if he had lost, on a map that was so Protoss favored in these days, this day and age, and a game a very early time in the best of 7. What does Neeb do? How does he feel about going up against this?
That's a good question. I think he's going to stick to what... Oh, wow. Once again, doing the tricky supply depot. What is the HP on that supply depot?
Oh, it's going to be fine.
Yep.
This SCV knows what's up. It happened once before. The probe managed to cancel that supply depot at one point with just some persistent paralyzation tasing, but not going to happen again.
Yeah, and it was actually on Orbital Shipyard that he was able to force the cancel on that supply depot and get in.
Right.
But Neeb has to be considering that MaSa's so tricky. That last game going for such a heavy 2-base aggression, such a heavy 2-base play, and really taking the lead from that point. He's got to be wondering that if that's going to be how MaSa plays this out, and feeling that way, it just can't leave you comfortable. And as I say that, we do see a 2-Rax follow-up
oh boy,
from MaSa.
We're seeing the 2-Rax follow up, and there's that kind of sneaky SCV off in the corner. I don't see it actually doing anything right now. I was thinking before those barracks being thrown down, maybe we might be seeing a little bit of proxy shenanigans, but no, not going to be the case, at least definitely not yet. And he may use that for a later scout or something along those lines. And, ooh, Mothership Core popping on out.
Yeah, we did see that 2-Rax follow-up from Semper ended up going for the +1... Or wait, no, was it MaSa in the previous game that went for the Stim Shields +1 Marine timing that ended up killing so many probes? Yes, it was MaSa versus Neeb, I believe.
Yeah. But of course, we do end up seeing the Mothership Core getting very aggressive across the map. In fact, we are going to be seeing a big old pylon rush. This is something that is still very, very scary to deal with. MaSa has a couple of Marines. He leaves the supply depots down. The Adept Shade actually saying, no, I'm ready. MaSa's actually saying, actually, walk past me. I dare you to. He's getting a lot of damage done on that Adept. He's going to be able to kill him. He may even be able to kill off the Mothership Core. 1 photon overcharge may go down, but where are the Adepts to follow it up?
Yeah, this is a pretty rough position actually for Neeb. Because of that 3-Rax follow-up, he is going to kill that 1 supply depot, but not going to get a whole lot, committing a lot to this.
Yeah.
An Adept, 2 pylons, a Mothership Core is going to go down, casting that pylon overcharge, though barely able to do that, but not going to get any more damage from this point on. And Neeb, I feel that wasn't exactly cost efficient for him.
No, not at all. He's going to be losing 2 pylons on top of the fact that he lost the Adept and the Mothership Core. I mean, I think there are a lot of times that a Terran player would move across the map, and if they said, I can sacrifice 6 Marines for a Mothership Core alone, that would have been worth it. To kill off the Adept, that's amazing. To kill off 2 pylons, that's just like winning the lottery.
Yeah, and Neeb might have been thinking to himself, I really need to get something done. I really need to do a bit of damage, maybe try and catch MaSa off guard, and deviating from that standard play, it just did not work very well. But we saw the scan from MaSa, see that Oracle, and he's already prepared. And Neeb has got to be feeling just bleh, not wanting to do this. And his tech paths are right now all over the place, getting Stargate, Forge, Twilight Council, and Robotics Facility. That fast resonating glaives.
Yeah, I think this has been a very, very fast transition into a big Adept attack potentially coming out from Neeb. The Oracle actually getting some nice damage done over here, killing off not only SCVs over here, building some things, but of course also killing off some of those Marines, and that's actually not too shabby, I would say, for Neeb so far. Not only getting the scout off, but also getting some good damage done.
Yeah, that was a very quick +1 from MaSa as well, taking advantage of that fast engineering bay. We do see, yeah, some nice damage from that Oracle. I wonder if it is going to be what you were talking about, though, which is that very heavy resonating glaives +1 adept attack timing.
Yeah, it's looking like it with so many gateways being thrown down before he looks to establish that third expansion. And what exactly is MaSa up to? You have to remember that even though he did defend against that aggression very, very well, he's still sitting a good bit down in that worker supply just because it looks like he actually cut workers, I think, when he was really afraid about that big push in. And oh, Oracle gets sniped off. That's actually a pretty big deal. That Oracle can be very, very useful at trying to put on the harassment in the backside while the Adepts try to push in at the front. But MaSa did delay his medevacs as well, and of course, he's still Stim is only just now going to be finishing up. He does have combat shields already finished up, though.
Yeah, it looks like this this resonating glaives and +1 is actually just for harassment, as if you have +1 attack on your adepts and the Terran player does not have armor, it allows you to two-shot workers once again. Like the days of old when Terran could not beat Protoss to save their life.
Yeah, armor is actually halfway finished up, ironically enough, but that halfway is not going to give them half an armor point by any means. These Adepts are going to be able to move on in, and as they get warped in, they should be able to do some serious damage to MaSa's economy, who still is not pulling any workers.
Yeah, and despite that upgrade still with the 4 Adepts also one-shot SCVs.
That is a true statement as well, and look at this. We're actually seeing MaSa really not afraid to throw down those missile turrets. He throws down not only the missile turrets for the Oracle, throwing down missile turrets to now try and prevent that Warp Prism from being too annoying.
Yeah, and we do see, as you were saying before, the worker count is still heavily in favor of Neeb. With that third Nexus, really putting him in a comfortable position. MaSa delayed his third command center quite a bit, needs to, I feel, get something done with these medevacs, but because of that big, oh nice, killing that SCV, slowing down the command center, because of that nice adept powering build that Neeb has gone for, I don't think he's going to take any damage.
Yeah, some nice micro over here from Neeb, keeping that War Prism alive just barely and killing off so many of those Marines that were over there. They were outnumbering those Adepts if they've just fought them straight up, but some great micro with the War Prism keeps those Adepts alive a little bit longer, killing off 8 workers. Neeb is definitely looking a lot stronger right now, and remember, his back is against the wall. He has to win this game or he is going to be out. This is the grand finals.
Yeah, but look at how much damage those Adepts are doing. Neeb pulling so far ahead right now, up 20 workers, 25 army supply.
Yeah, he's doing great, getting 12 worker kills, as you were saying. And he's got to be a little bit careful. He is going to be actually finishing up with +1 armor and evening up those upgrades. And MaSa is looking to get aggressive on the other side of the map. But you know what? You take a look at Neeb's army. He's got a decent number of Blinkstalkers. He's got a lot of Adepts. He's even got a couple of Immortals in the mix. This is a very, very solid-looking army for Neeb.
It absolutely is. If we can take a look at the units lost tab, I would really like to see the difference in value, maybe. If we can...
Yeah,
bring that up.
Wow. It is actually pretty absurd, as you can see down there. And I think in the bottom right, it shows the resources lost. But look at this, Adept moving on in, going to pull MaSa all the way back home. And they don't manage to kill off a lot. They kill off 3 workers, but deny mining at that third expansion for a little bit. Force the army back and actually allow Neeb to say, oh, it's my turn to get aggressive, MaSa. I heard you like aggression. Let's see how you like it when it's in your face.
Yeah, looking to... Not going to be committing to a heavy push, but is going to be looking to do some damage with these Blinkstalkers. Oh, I would love if he could pick off a Liberator. That's very nice. Blinking out.
Oh, got to be careful. He's walking along the low ground over there, taking a lot of losses on those Stalkers, and those Stalkers are very important. He needs them to not only pick off the medevacs, but those Liberators whenever they siege up.
Yeah, kind of a big mistake there from Neeb, but he still does have a big army supply lead.
Blinking back, keeping those Stalkers in the backside. He wants those Adepts in the front, but he also wants the Stalkers to be off of the blink cooldown so he can blink up onto the Liberators once they do end up being a little bit vulnerable. But yeah, Neeb not fully committed to this. He's still waiting also for +2 weapons, but he's warping another round of Stalkers, maybe looking to make some damage happen.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, he might be looking to let these Adepts finish. No, he's going to cancel those Shades. Looks like... he might have decided MaSa just has too many liberation zones.
Yeah, he's going to continue to look for another angle of opportunity and actually sending those Adepts in along the side. And he does find a nice little angle where those Liberators are not going to be covering. Liberators resieging, but the Stalkers are focus firing them down. It looks like Neeb may be able to bring this to a game number 7. Ladies and gentlemen, Neeb from America pushing on through, showing MaSa what's up and that this is not going to be an easy series for him.
Nicely done from Neeb, is able to even the series at 3 apiece, and we are going to be going to that Game 7 match.
Wow. This is exactly what you could ask for, that battle between United States and Canada, the battle between two of the potentially strongest players in all of North America for that title crown, the King of the North.
Absolutely. Feel free to put your ace match
Ace,
logos in
if you're
chat.
I know that Base Trade TV gave the host big thank you to Rifkin. I know that you're going to tell me to shut up for thanking you, but thank you so much, man.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. And this is exactly what everyone was hoping for, that Game 7. This is just down to the wire between these two players. We saw that really nice maneuver. I was mentioning, oh, maybe he has too many liberation zones. But using those Adept Shades to go right through and then blink up from the left, completely outmaneuvering that army from MaSa.
Exactly, and that's a really scary moment where you say, okay, all of the Adepts are coming in. Okay, but the Stalkers, I don't even see the Stalkers. He's just getting some scouting vision, and suddenly it's like, wait a second, they're blinking in from the low ground. I actually am totally unprepared for this. He hadn't unsieged those Liberators because, again, it feels like a fake out.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He was so active with those Adepts, kept sending in the shades, kept sending in the shades, kept sending in the shades, and he was sending to them to the same place that the real ones eventually did go to. So when he didn't cancel them, when he actually did let them finish, MaSa was not prepared, and the big blink on top came down, and then the second blink as those Liberators finally repositioned. He was able to focus them all down. Really nicely done from Neeb to close that game out.
Nice synergy on the double blink from two different types of units that blink in very different ways. But ladies and gentlemen, game number 7, can Neeb finally break the 1-for-1 curse where they just seem to be trading games back and forth, or will MaSa finally claim victory as the King of the North, the King of Toronto as he already is known? Only time will tell. We're hopping into it. Laralac